My name is Michael Tootoosis from Poundmaker Cree Nation. Currently living in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and a hip hop artist, a father, and yeah, just excited to be here.
And what is your what are you known by?
My rap name is Micsmith. You can find me on Spotify, all the streaming services, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah.
Where did that come from? Mike Smith.
Mike Smith. I used to
I have an uncle, Mike Smith.
yeah, not the same guy. I started off with when I first started rapping, I started off with like Evil One. That came from being the only family member that wasn't baptized,
Mm,
and I was just like always questioned why that was. And then as I got older, I started thinking about like blacksmiths, how they're good with metal and building stuff. And then that pushed me towards Mike Smith of like performance wise, cadence wise. That's when I really like worked on my rap patterns of how Rakim rap. Just how all the different great ones like Nas, how he rapped, they're all Mike Smiths in their own way. And yeah, that's where Mike Smith came from.
that's interesting. Do you feel like when you rap, are you like what would you if you had to describe your style?
My style would, I think, Rakim. Like
Okay.
his delivery is what I try to go for.
Or like your biggest
Um,
influence?
yeah, probably my biggest influence, the 18th letter. I used to remaster a lot of old stuff. And then when I came across Rakim, that's where I noticed the different patterns, multiple rhymes in each bar, and just like his live performances and all that. I remember when he did a remix over Mob Deep's, or I think, no, New York State of Mind, um, a remix over that. And I was like, man, that's the performance he did with that. I was like, that's what I'm going for right now. So yeah.
So did you ever before we move on, the evil one, did you ever find out did you ever figure out why you never got baptized?
No, I still haven't figured that out.
And if anyone knows,
Yeah, let me know, man. Um, I don't know. I think like even growing up, I noticed um, out of all my siblings, my mom took me to ceremonies and all that. I
Mm,
think it was her way of getting me baptized the First Nations indigenous way
right.
of getting my spirit name and all that. So once I got that, like I felt more connected. And growing up, she did try get me baptized, like going to a church, and I had to go to like classes, but I don't know. It just didn't work out. I'd rather go to ceremony than,
Right.
I guess, to church, I guess.
So you've been going to ceremony ever since you were young?
Yeah, when I was young, and then when I hit my teens, that's when I moved to Saskatoon and whatnot. And yeah, I just didn't really have that connection to go back to, because where I went to ceremony was Sturgeon Lake,
Mm,
and the family dynamic at the time, we didn't. I don't know. Just all together, we all just stopped going.
okay.
We all had our own lives that we were dealing with at the time. And yeah, just growing up as a teenager, I was more focused on friends than, I guess, going back to ceremony. It wasn't until my friend Van Morin, he asked me to go to a ceremony, Sundance, and I had no clue what that was or what it looked like. Um, and he comes from a Dakota family, and I'm Plains Cree.
Mm,
But while I was at that ceremony, the Sundance, I found out that I'm part Dakota as well. So in the end, I was happy that the path took me to that ceremony.
Right.
And I don't know, ever since I've been in that ceremony family, like they're so welcoming. Um, it's humor plays a big part, and that's why you feel so comfortable being in the ceremony. Um, and he lets you learn. He doesn't Bill Wadidika. He doesn't really like he he lets everyone learn, and it's fun at the same time. It's not like as serious of like you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this. It's more of he'll ask a question, what do we do next? And I like it that he puts we, because instead of what do I do next, he's trying to teach everyone that's involved.
Mm,
That's why felt so connected to it, because it was so comfortable and just new stuff to learn every time I go.
right. That's like the biggest thing I've noticed from like indigenous ways to like Western ways. Cause I feel like even for myself, like learning, it hasn't been that long that I've been going to powwows and ceremonies and sweats and just like
Yeah,
learning and going out to reserves and helping out where I can. But it's so it's so welcoming. It's so like it's like it's like part of indigenous people to teach.
yeah,
It's like because like nothing was written down, right? Everything was through words. Everything was through like learning from the elders, learning from the people who have done it. You know,
yeah,
so they found a way to teach it in a fun way, like you said, like a fun way, like a. It's like you just. Whereas like the Western way, it's like it's almost like they make you feel like you should know it before you even go there. It's like
yeah.
you should study it and then go and kind of know, and then you get like yelled at or like talked down to if you don't know it, and it's like it's so odd.
It's more intimidating that way. Nowadays, like there's a lot of knowledge keepers that passed away without passing that knowledge.
Right.
So now, and in a way, it's no one's knowledge to keep. That's what we were taught at the ceremony.
Mm,
It's not like they're trying to keep it from anybody. That's why they invite people to come
right.
and learn that, especially the youth. Um, there's like alcoholism and addiction and all that. They're trying to welcome to that red path so that they don't go to the other path. And there's a lot more positives than negatives of learning your own culture. A lot of it is intimidation, like it's intimidating to ask an elder that maybe you don't know, but fortunate enough, Bill was just so welcoming, and his whole family too. It's like a really good family that works together to keep tradition and keep culture alive
Mm,
in Wapayton.
yeah.
Yeah,
I used to go out there. I used to coach out there once a week.
like boxing.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what,
nice.
Peyton?
Yeah.
Um, you know Julian?
Uh
So
huh.
he
Julian's a good guy,
yeah,
man.
but
Uh,
so he'd bring me
he's
out there
he's
and
always when we go sun dancing, we're always in the same TP, and it's just nothing but laughs. Like
yeah, he's funny.
it's one of the things I look forward to is going to ceremony and seeing everybody there. Even his brother Jeremy too.
Mm.
We're probably like the loudest TP because we're just laughing all night.
That's good.
Like my kids are in a camper and they'll have a fire outside, but they're like, sometimes that's all we hear is you guys just laughing. And
That's
I was
funny.
like, yeah, man, it's good. It's good to be in a ceremony with people that keep your spirits high. And yeah, they keep you comfortable to keep going to finish the ceremony. Um, I've done Sundance for 3 years now, and, it's something I'm really thankful to be a part of, and doing it, I notice, like, my kids have been more motivated to not only attend Sundance, but to be a part of it. Um, and yeah, just to be back in culture, I notice that that's probably the best part of their day or part of their year is going to ceremonies.
Mm.
That can include powwow. I have my two youngest daughters. They're into dancing, jingle dress, uh, and then not only that, my second oldest daughter is into Sundance. She was a pipe girl, so like I have my other kids watching and supporting me, and then I have my other kid that's in there with me sun dancing. And
Mhm.
that's yeah, it makes me really proud because I guess that's what I would have wanted when I was younger
Mhm.
to be in ceremonies with family. So yeah, it's really good.
You grew up in Poundmaker?
No, I lived I lived in like 14 different places, small towns,
Mm.
reservations. Poundmaker, I think I stayed there for maybe a year. I think that was like grade 7,
Mm.
but, it was really good. I met all my cousins. I got, asked to be a part of the drum group, and even that was intimidating, but I always like to be in the uncomfortable zone, to adapt to that. Like, right away, you get asked to be in a drum group, and then you once you get the hang of it, then, "'Kay, we're gonna go do a tournament
Mm.
in cut knife," and I was like, "Holy cow," like, that's I just wanted to be in the drum group just to be in it, but, we ended up winning that tournament there,
Cool.
so that was a good part of the year while I was there. But yeah, it was, like, a lot of places that I've moved. Either my mom would get a job, like in Onion Lake, or my dad would get a job in Lloydminster, um, North Battleford, Sturgeon Lake, Prince Albert, Saskatoon, like small towns like Wilkie, Maidstone, Paignton, like
Oh, there.
just all over Saskatchewan. Yeah,
Did you hate it or not mind it moving? 'Cause I know I moved lots growing up,
yeah.
and I liked it,
I
but
kind of liked
my
it
brothers
too.
and sisters hated it.
Yeah, it's some of them are like so attached to their friends,
Mhm.
um, comfortable with the living situation or the place, but growing up, yeah, that's all I've known is just always restarting.
Yeah.
And to me, it was kind of exciting to meet new
Yeah,
people,
me too.
new friends, and all that. It wasn't like I'm not going to school
Yeah.
because I'm the new kid.
Got, like, really good at meeting people.
Yeah, exactly. And just a lot of good friendships at each place. And
Do you keep in touch with them?
no, not really. No.
Real good friendships?
Yeah. At the time, it was the friendship I needed. But yeah, it's like the lessons you learn from each individual you meet. But yeah, I guess the only people I've kept in touch is with in Prince Albert and Saskatoon. But that's like before like Facebook and all that, before
Right,
social
yeah.
media.
How old are you?
Mm, I'm 35.
Oh, man, you're older than me.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, there's a lot of places I've moved to. Each place Yeah, I was always excited to go to a new school or a new place just to adapt and see what I could do at this school or
Yeah, yeah.
who will I be at this school.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you play sports growing up? Lots?
Yeah, like school sports, but not like outside it because that was just expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Onion Lake was the only time I played out of school was a hockey. But like the gear that I had at first, man, my dad's like, "You want to play hockey?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." And then the gear I got was like so vintage, so old. But I still just adapted to it because
Yeah.
I knew how excited my dad was to be able to give me that stuff or to get me that stuff. But piece by piece, he bought me
Mhm.
not all together because all together that equipment is like
It's nuts.
it's crazy expensive. But I remember days where I got like new gloves, a new hockey stick, shin like until it was probably like the end of the season where I had everything new. But I adapted to whatever I had, and I played pretty good. It was a fun time.
Mm.
Other than that, would be like just in school, just playing soccer, basketball team, and volleyball team.
Basketball's always the cheapest.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Even like outside of school, like um, NBA Street, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
I was like, man, I could do that on the court.
You
Not
remember And One?
Yeah, man, and one, even that.
Hot sauce.
The professor,
The
yeah,
professor.
man. Um, yeah, and just like outside of school, playing street ball was always fun. But once I learned those moves, man, it was game over.
Over. It's over for all of you.
Yeah.
So
Oh
funny, man.
man, it was a fun time, man.
When did you so when do you remember when you started getting into music and when you started writing your own music?
I was in Prince Albert. My older brother Kevin, like at the time, I thought it was like cringe, and I
Oh
just
yeah.
like wasn't really into it. But once I learned how to write 16 bars, and it was like the most basic
Yeah.
bars ever,
Yeah.
but I adapted to it, and just like after writing a 16, when you listen to music, you start thinking of like how they're writing their stuff.
Mhm.
Um, the cadence that they have, the rap pattern that they have, and just like what they're really talking about too.
Right.
And just from there, I didn't really record, I just wrote. And then when I did record, it was, yeah, it's just something I love doing for, I guess, my mental health, just to get it out. Um, yeah, that was like a big positive for me. And still to this day, too. Like, most of the themes that I write about is like motivation or like self motivation.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that's what I really enjoy writing about. Just to like push myself, and just to build self confidence in myself. Yeah.
I think my cuz I always felt like for me, like I always liked like the like super intricate rap patterns.
Like a puzzle, eh? Like,
Yeah. And then like sometimes like you think it's done, but then they loop it back and I'm just like how did they go that long and then like still bring it like that kind of style where it's like inside it, they're like multi-syllable, but then it's just like because when I like obviously like Eminem was like huge, but he wasn't really like a that Like, sometimes he didn't say anything.
Yeah, it was just the patterns that he used.
Yeah, we're
It
so
was like,
insane. Like, it was so whereas, like, Nas is always saying something, you know, it's
mhm,
always so deep.
a message behind it.
So I always appreciated both so much, and because like, some of my favorite rappers are more like they don't say that much,
Mhm.
but it's just, like, how they say it is so crazy to me, and I really enjoy that, and even, like, I really, when I was young, got into, like, rap battles
Yeah.
and how intelligent those guys are with how they write and how creative they are and how they put things together.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so insane today. I still watch it today. At
Yeah.
least once a week, I'm watching a rap battle.
Nice.
It's like sport. Like, I know everybody. I know who's good. I know even my wife, man. She she loves it too now because it's
That's
been so long. Like, she has a favorite rap battler.
oh, well,
You
who's
know, her
that?
hers was Roan.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
You
That's
know,
that.
and mine was always Pat Stay.
Yeah, he was freaking the things that he said,
Yeah, it was like about the person. That's what I liked.
and it
It
was, like,
wasn't.
so
Yeah, it wasn't
quick-witted.
like some people they say stuff and it's like that could be for anybody.
Yeah.
But he
Like,
like
it's
he
so direct.
yeah, he makes it like they're
It
like the crowd is laughing at you
yeah,
right
it
now.
sting
They're
when
not
you
like going, "Ooh, that was a good bar." They're laughing at your life. Man, that sucks.
Oh, shit.
And so like yeah, that's what I was always interested in the most was like how to write it.
Yeah, it's more of like, syllables, how much you can fit in a pocket,
Yeah.
and it's always rewarding when you fricking get it in that pocket, and you're like, "Damn, that was a freaking nice bar."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Now what's the next bar gonna be?" But, yeah, it's just mathematics in some of the tracks, um, how much syllables you can fit in 16 bars. And that's like someone that's trying to be, the most complex of what they write, but at the same time, you could put a message in those patterns,
Right.
um, or just have fun with it, like you said.
They train dogs next door.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But the mics never pick him up. The
Okay, that's
barking.
good, yeah.
Because there's a couple other times, all of a sudden I'm like, what's going on over there?
This is dog getting attacked.
But
Um,
yeah, man, that's I I feel like with writing, like
that's
for me,
definitely a dog getting attacked,
you think?
getting cornered.
My grandma used to train attack dogs,
Yeah,
so I'd put on the bite suit
yeah.
and let these freaking German shepherds attack me.
Shaky like a
Oh
dog.
man, it was so nuts because I realized there's nothing you can do.
Yeah,
Like when you think like, oh, if that dog, I'd freaking man. There's nothing you could
there's
do.
even
It
if
was
you
so
have
strong.
yeah, like, trying to punch it's not gonna do
Oh man.
anything. It's just gonna shake you up and make
One
make make them attack
one time it
even
was
more.
winter out and that dog freaking attacked me and I fell just face first in the snow and then I was stuck because like
Yeah.
this outfit is so bulky.
Oh,
So I'm just
yeah,
like getting attacked by this dog and like drowning in the snow.
yeah.
I can just hear my mom and grandma laughing at me, not even helping me. I'm just dying.
Fighting for your life. In their eyes, they're like, "Oh, he likes that." He
He's
likes
having so much fun.
yeah. Don't even know that he's dying.
But so when I write, I always write backwards. Like I'll write something or something will come into my head, you know, and I'll write it and then I'll write like the previous 3 lines
Oh,
or
okay.
7 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like I can't really write forwards. It's like I need something to write about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's like I can't write and then create something while I'm writing. It's like I need something and I'll write about it.
It's more of
And
like
same with like a beat, like
a theme that you need?
Yeah, maybe.
Or I think that's the biggest I have problems with is like themes.
Mhm.
But I guess the easiest one is motivation because you can fit any message in
Right.
there, any story in there. Um, but yeah, I think the hardest for me is the first bar of what the track is going to be about. Some
Right.
tracks have been parts written like years or months ago, and I'll piece them together to make it cohesive and to make it make sense.
Mm,
Um, and I think another part is the hardest is the chorus.
yeah.
I can't I can't even if I have a chorus set in place, then I can't write my verses. I have to have my verses done, and then from what they're about, that's where I can come up with the chorus.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think that's what I'm working on now.
That's interesting, man. I've never written a chorus before in my life.
Sometimes,
So I don't know.
yeah. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's like this is just trash,
Yeah.
man. Like the bar, I have bars just to get the creative side out. Some throwaway bars that I don't necessarily keep.
Mm,
It's just to get my mind going on
right.
how I want to write and the patterns that I want to write.
On a topic.
Yeah.
It's I always like when I listen to a beat, I always like mumble to it kinda
Yeah,
to like
that's
get the
the
rhythm and like
melody
yeah,
of
and like kinda like how many syllables I wanna like, it's
mhm.
just like I was like da-da-da-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da, like I'll just like do something like that.
Yeah, because each part is a syllable,
Right.
and it's just like math. What
Yeah, man.
syllables can fit in that pocket?
It's cool,
Um,
man. It's fun.
I I've tried to write like that, but and there's times where people in the studio are like, "Man, did you record that?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "How did they?" And I don't even remember how it went, and I'm like,
That's annoying
"Damn,
too.
man." So it's like always good to record your thoughts of
Yeah.
what melody you want, because once that idea's out, it could be gone in like seconds.
How many times I've been driving to Jamie's, like
Yeah,
he's outside Regina.
yeah,
So I always like I'm going to visit him. So I'm like, all right, send me something. I'll write on my way.
yeah.
And I'll write it. And then by the time I get there, I forgot how I said it.
How you? Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
man, I can't remember
This
how I.
doesn't even work on and it depends on like at the time the BPM that you're writing to inside your mind doesn't line up to the beats per minute that the instrumental
Right.
or yeah, even the cadence. Yeah, I'll write something to a beat and I'm like, man, this sounds good. And then when it comes time to, yeah, record it, it's like, it didn't sound like this when I first wrote it. Or either I have to add more syllables or take away
Hmm.
some words. But yeah, I've had that happen a lot of times.
I heard somebody once talking about how, like, when you write something and like it's so good, like when you first say it, you first like hear it, and you're like, oh, that was,
Hmm.
and then you keep repeating it, and then slowly it
Fades away.
fades. But then he was saying how you felt that first time is how other people are gonna feel,
Yeah,
and to remember that because like it's gonna fade for you, and then sometimes you throw it away. You end up like, all right, that wasn't actually as good as I thought it was, but it was, and you just threw away something that like how you felt when you first heard it is how other people are gonna feel when they first hear it,
yeah.
and sometimes you forget because you've said it so many times.
That it's like not
Now it's nothing to you. Now
not
it's like,
interesting,
yeah,
not the vibe.
and I've done that so many times, and until that I heard that, I was like, man, that's actually a really good point.
Mm. It's it's old to you but new to everybody else.
Right.
And then what you were saying there of how you first set it inside your mind, and then when you record it, it it's the takes that you do. Some takes that I do, I'm like, it sounds good, but it's not the tone that first thought in my head, or that I when I first said it out loud. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of people that vault a lot of their music because they don't think it's um, up to par with what they're doing at the time, like present time.
Right.
For me, I've never vaulted. I think I've only vaulted for like if I'm gonna release a project or an album, but like single wise, I never like re-record something. It's like once because I when you first said the feeling that I had, like if I tried to record it again, I would notice right away that that's like not the same feeling or the same vibe that I was going for.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I have tracks right now that are just waiting to get released on a project. Then I have tracks that are sitting ready to release as singles or another project.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I've
Do you work
never.
with other people very often, or is most of your music just you on it?
When I first started recording music, I noticed a lot of people that wanted to record with me. Um, and I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. And then it came, I think, yeah, it was more or less like when I tried to charge someone to, or I guess a lot of features that I want, I guess, is cost money.
Mm.
But with that money for a feature, it always comes down to like, I'd rather spend that money on my kids for an experience with them
Right.
rather than paying all that money for a feature. I guess that's like a setback in my mind or in my artist position. But as a father and as a husband, that's more rewarding to me than a feature.
Mm.
It's like I could just I could just do that track myself and release it and have that money to spend on an experience with my family.
Right.
Uh, Yeah, family comes first, family over everything, I guess.
How much is your family in your music?
they're they're like my biggest supporters, like ticket wise, merch wise. They're the first people that I let listen to my music. And I don't know, it's exciting to me to like see their reactions because I know it's genuine. Um, and even to my wife, it's like she'll tell me point blank, like this ain't it.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
She seems very straightforward.
yeah, and I'm like, it might
It's
not be it for you, but like to other people, they can
right.
relate to it. But yeah, I don't really necessarily make music for other people. I make music for myself to yeah, self motivation, self confidence. Yeah, just to keep going.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's good, man. That's like a good message. Good, like, I'm I'm I'm, like, big on like, if you listen to the music I listen to, it's mostly just rapping.
Mhm.
Like, I honestly don't even really listen to music with choruses very often.
Yeah.
Like, music, I guess like, the rap I listen to isn't music, I guess.
It
It's just like a cipher or, like
that's music still,
I
man.
guess it is, you know? But it isn't, like to like dance to vibe. Like it's just like I just like words.
Yeah.
I just like the words.
Yeah.
I like a basic beat. That's how what I appreciated about Eminem the most is like his earlier stuff. It was
Mhm.
always a simple beat, and
Yeah.
then he just controlled it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
he made it, and like the beat was just so small, so like easy, so simple, and then he could just do whatever he wanted on it. Now he's a little bit different. Now
Yeah,
he's a little bit more intense.
in a way, his vocal was like another instrument.
Definitely, and how he
Um,
pronounced things was
yeah,
so clear. How he could like change it and like yeah, like
like near rhyming words.
yeah,
Um, yeah, that's yeah, his new stuff. Not too sure about that, but his
yeah,
old
so
stuff
different, man. He's like
is
so hit and miss now, hit or
yeah.
miss now. It's but even for me, like there's some words I know, but like if I end here, like, and if I'm gonna start with like this syllable,
Mhm.
it's gonna be hard just
Yeah,
because of how I pronounce things. Like sometimes my R's are hard
same,
to
same
do,
here.
and like to hop into a word that starts with an R,
Yeah,
like could throw it off, or like I might not be able to pronounce it strong enough.
at the end, yeah.
Yeah, so like there's certain letters that I'm just like, stay away from those.
Yeah.
In certain time, it's like, and it's interesting to like think like that.
That's yeah, there's been times where, my brother-in-law would be like, "You gotta get that word out because it's either you're rhyming too fast or you're not pronouncing it right." Um, but yeah, at the times if you take a word out, you'll be able to, take a breath to say
Right.
that word. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That's another thing I think about because I say a lot of words
Mhm.
when I rap. It's like a lot of words,
That's
and then
what
I think like not that I never perform. Like I'm not I'm not doing it to perform.
yeah.
But then I think about like if I ever performed, there's no way I could do this song
Yeah.
because even when I recorded it, I had to like break it up
Put it in parts.
because of like how much words it was. And then I
Uh,
think about that because then that's another layer that artists have to think about is performing it.
yeah.
Like, can I perform this properly?
That's what my wife was asking. She's like, I noticed a lot of your tracks are like really fast. And like when you write a track, are you thinking in the beginning, am I gonna perform this? And I'm like, that's like the last thought I
Right.
have. It's more or less of like getting all these ideas and these thoughts out. And it always feels good when you finish a track that's fast and you're like, I did it. I did that track and it's exactly how I wanted it to sound when I created it at first. Like when I first started performing, I had all those lyrics like memorized because I only had like a few tracks recorded and like I didn't have, and when I record, there's some tracks that are in pieces, but most of the time I try to get it done in one take.
Mm,
And if I can get it done in one take, then I know I could perform it.
right.
Um, and just from like memorizing the verse, you'll find the pocket that you can take
Right. Right.
breaths
Right.
in your breathing work. But every performance is different. Like you could have your breathing work, but then when you're performing it, you notice that you're speaking way louder than when you were performing in your house or in your kitchen or whatever. And then the pockets where you need to take breaths are in different places, but
Mm,
as long as
that's interesting too.
if you can do it in one take, then you can perform it. But if it's in multiple pieces, you need to find where you can take a breath in those
Right.
between those pieces. Yeah.
I guess that's where the background track helps,
Yeah.
right? You
Because
can
if
let
you
that.
yeah, once you have that background track in, that's when you can take your breath out.
Yeah.
And
So I noticed that even for Jessie Reyes,
Yeah.
right? Like she takes the breaks and lets the background track take over sometimes,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And like I couldn't imagine dancing and jumping around and like
It's
while
a
you're performing
lot of
too.
work. Yeah, you're exhausted at the end of the show. And yeah, when you become that big of an artist, you can let the crowd say
Right,
the
right.
words. Then you can either calm down or catch your breath, or
Yeah.
even like chants are like crowd work. Like when I say Mike, y'all say Smith. That gives you
Mm.
time to like feel the energy back and take a break as well. And yeah, I just one of my biggest fears is public speaking, but when I get up on stage, once I hear my instrumental, like all that just goes away
Mm.
and I'm more like focused on my verse.
Have you ever done public speaking?
Only in school. Um I guess like right now cuz I'm in community arts mentorship program, and we go to like northern communities and teach the youth hip hop camps.
Cool.
But like that's where I first did my public speaking, in front of a high school and all that.
You just shaking?
At the time, I was just like, "What's going on?" And then he's like, "We're gonna introduce ourselves, like 5 minutes each." And I was like, "I could do that." And then it turned into, "Okay, we're gonna perform our track." Uh, we performed our track, and then my brother-in-law mentioned, "Oh, Mike can freestyle." And then the whole school is like, freestyle. And I'm like, man, I have like nothing ready. But yeah, at the time I just started freestyling and it worked out. Like at least they were impressed.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's what Mac told me. Tell him to freestyle on your podcast.
yeah, man, I could think of something, but yeah, it's just, I guess it's part of my personality where I just adapt, or to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Because in the end, I had so much fun, um, and just to feel the energy from the high school, and then yeah, that's what I enjoy about the program of camp. It gets me outside of the box that I'm comfortable in because I have to teach a class in front of all ages of students, and each time I do it, I'm a bit more comfortable. And yeah, once again, it brings back the self confidence, self motivation to keep doing these camps, to keep public speaking. Um, yeah, and just to show my kids or any kid that has that fear that, like if he can do it, I can do it. And the way you do it, like being welcoming and not so strict and all that, and just to have fun with it, I guess. That's the biggest take that I have is kids learn a lot better and faster when it's fun
Right.
and when everybody's comfortable.
Mhm.
So yeah.
It's tricky sometimes. It's tricky when I go to communities. It's I find like I'm like a outsider, like so it takes me so long to not so long, I guess, but to build that trust.
Mm,
I think like I'm always joking and stuff.
yeah.
But I think like initially to kids, like I'm just like have a big beard and it's just like takes them a while to warm up. And sometimes when I go out places for like one day, it's just not enough. It's just not enough time,
Yeah.
especially for the female, like the girls. They're so shy. They're so, but like when I can go to somewhere for like 5 days in a row or like weekly for like 12
Yeah.
weeks, then like that's so beneficial. Those
And
one day ones, it's like
it's
it's tough.
it's a lot to take into the information of what you're learning
Right.
is sometimes one day is not enough. That's why camp is 5 days or like 2 weeks,
Mhm.
and, we're trying not to make it like a one-time thing. Like, we wanna keep going out to those communities to build that trust, to build that connection. Um,
Who all goes with you?
for right now, it's just me and my brother-in-law, and,
Okay.
the next one will have a 3rd person coming with us.
What does that look like those camps? Like, how do you guys set it up, kinda?
It's basically like the how to learn how to use a DAW, like a digital audio workspace, like
Mm,
Ableton, Studio One, um, Fruity Loops,
okay.
anything that you can record on down to the point of using your phone to record. Um, when I used to have a label, we had an artist use an iPad and Apple earphones to record his music. But when you hear his track, it sounds like he recorded it in the studio. And we're trying to teach kids like it's it could be intimidating that you have to save money to go to these studios. It's intimidating to have money to buy the beat, to buy the microphone, to buy the program. Um, and we want them to know that yeah, just like any phone, any headphone, microphone can work. It pushes yourself to like learn those programs of how to edit yourself. And then even mixing and mastering is like so much money.
Right.
That's my biggest take to learn first was how to mix my own music.
So you do that all yourself now?
Yeah,
Mix, master,
like
record, make your beat?
yeah, album artwork I've done myself, recording myself, mixing myself, mastering myself, music videos. Most of my music videos are just me
Mm,
and my son and my phone.
cool.
Cause yeah, just like any art, just work with what you have and adapt. And really fortunate enough that my son is like always down to like record um videos and all that.
It's good now too. It's good now how social media is.
Mhm.
That it's like, you know, TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube, like Reels, and now it's like you can be seen just by using your cell phone.
Yeah,
It's like short clips, and then like those short clips can lead somebody to your
art.
mastered art, right?
Yeah,
Like, but those short clips are like that's where you don't really need that much. You know,
yeah.
it's easier. It's more simple than people think it is now.
Yeah, some of those clips can get you invited to go record at a studio.
Right. Yes.
Someone can see that and be like, I want to help you
Yep.
at free of cost. I just want to see you make it or see motivate you to try something new. Um, to try to get to that quality of what other artists are doing.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I just seen. It's funny because we just talked about it yesterday morning, but then I just seen Lavina posted listening to one of your beats, one of your instrumentals
Yeah,
on
man.
her story.
That's even just
Cool, man.
listening to that. I was like, man, she's gonna sound so good. Cause I asked her who made her beats. And even to myself, like it's kinda it goes back to like that self confidence. Like, is someone gonna record on my beat or
Mm.
the instrumentals that I make is other people gonna like it as much as I do? Um but yeah, my wife really pushes me to extend those offers. Um but yeah, I was excited because I sent her them. I asked who made her beats. She said she makes her own beats. And then I asked if I could send her some, like a 5 track piece, I guess. And I was in school and I had some free time, so I made like 5 beats real quick, and then I sent them to her, and she's like, "Cool, I'll check it out." But then days went by, and I'm like, "Oh, she didn't like none of them."
She hates me.
Yeah. Why did you send that out, man? Oh.
Just talk to yourself in the mirror every day. You're stupid.
This is your fault. Oh man, but once she made that story, like I'm like, okay, she likes it. She sounds like really good on it, and it just like made it motivated me to make more beats and all
Nice.
that.
So is that new? Making beats is kind of a newer thing.
No, since like 2016, I've uh
Mm,
I've been making my first project I released on Spotify. All those beats are made from me.
cool.
And then the artwork, my dad painted that. So, and then gradually I learned how to make it proper with like so the drums are always, well, I don't know, it's like a different DAW that I started using, because at first was like GarageBand and like Logic Pro X,
Mm,
but now I'm using Studio One, and that really helped me like to put everything together. Some of the instrumentals I'm like, this drum is not gonna fit on here, or it doesn't line up properly. But from learning how to line everything up, the same tempo and all that, it's way easier now. So it allows me to focus on getting it done fast enough to record on it and not just being stuck on it all the time.
right.
A lot of my art is like
Mm,
fast paced. That's why like some of the recordings, the first take is what I pick because it's the feeling that I had in that moment. But yeah, I don't really stay on a track or think about it too much, because like you said, the more I think about it, the more the
second
feeling
guess.
fades, and it's just like,
Do you write quickly?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um yeah,
I'm the same way, man. It's
sometimes it's just like one night I'll be, and I don't want to stop it. Like
okay. Yeah.
I was like, I got to keep going till I have like nothing left. And I'm fortunate enough that my wife will allow me to be in those pockets of creativity
Right.
and not to try interrupt it. And yeah, I'm really thankful for that. Like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, I can get like 8 tracks done or even more. And some people take 2 weeks to get like a bar
Right.
or
Right. Right.
half a verse. But I don't know. I guess it'll come to that time where I want the message to be portrayed of how I record it. So maybe I'll sit on it. Um, maybe something that I'll write new will go with the message of the old track that's sitting there.
Mm,
Yeah. But like, yeah, a lot of art, like picture wise, turnaround time is fast. Um, a lot of features that I've done were like written on the spot, recorded in like the same day. And that's, yeah, I like art like that. That's like the feeling's not lost.
mm,
It's exactly how I wrote it or how I wanted it to be recorded. Yeah.
right. It's, you should. Do you have on your phone any of your beats?
Um, I probably I have the ones that I sent, and then yeah, I guess I have a couple. Yeah. Why, you just play one or what?
Play one. You should freestyle to one.
Freestyle, bro.
Try. Mac said you have to. And I do
No,
whatever Mac tells me
no.
to. Let's hear something. Just put it up to the mic, maybe.
So this would be like the intro. Yo. No, no, okay. Start freestyle. Check it.
Like, yes, here we go. Man, see, like that? Those are my favorite kinds of beats. Like that is a beat I feel like somebody could just like control it, you know? Like they could just put their own thing on it. Whereas some of them are so intense and there's so much happening that it's like you have to do what the beat tells you to.
Sometimes
You can't like you can't like find your own thing on this beat.
Yeah.
That is like so nice. It just sounds so nice. And I feel like there's so many artists that could do their own thing on that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's most of the time like less is more.
I agree.
Less is more.
Yeah.
Even when I'm writing, sometimes I'm like, I don't need to fit this much rhyming words in one bar.
Right.
But yeah, there's sometimes, most of the time, the beats that I make, it's already like painting a picture of the vibe that's there. Like in the beginning, the introduction, and then right when it hits for the first verse, yeah, I guess each artist that listens to it has their picture in their mind when they're listening to the instrumental. But yeah, that's a nice one. I've been sitting on that one for quite some time, and even my son's like, why isn't this, like, why haven't you recorded anything to this yet?
Like you have stuff written for that?
The stuff that I had written for that, I made new instrumentals, and I'm like, oh, this goes with this beat. But I think that's like one thing I have to stop doing is like, once I record a beat, I need to record the lyrics on it. Or sometimes I record lyrics to a beat, then I'll make a new one, and I'll be like, hey, those lyrics will go good on this one, and then that beat's just sitting around. But yeah, I guess I should start pushing more to do collabs with other artists to use my beats. I just haven't got to that point until recently. And then there's a part where you send a beat out and it's not what you wanted on it, and it's
like what they send back.
Yeah. And you're like, man, I should have now my name's on there, and I should have kept that. So but it hasn't been like that yet. But it's like a big fear of, yeah.
And you should do a song with that mimosa.
Yeah, she's really good.
She's so good.
I'll probably reach out to her today, send something. But
I think like how you guys sound would sound really cool together.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists that people, they're like, why haven't you recorded a track yet? And I'm like, I'm just in my own world, like out of sight, out of mind, just trying to focus on my own craft.
And also mind your own business.
Yeah. For real.
That's good, man. Do you have any music that's like talks about your culture?
Um, the most recent tracks I have talks about like messages from the creator,
Mm,
the path. I have talks about um like sun dancing, fasting, like being out in a buffalo pasture and all that. Um I kind of I guess I was kind of uncomfortable about it cuz I want to respect that
right, yeah.
and I don't want to be disrespectful to put that on music. Um I don't know, like listen to Jesus, like he does it so natural and the stuff that he talks about that kind of motivates me, but I just got to be careful of how I say it
Mhm.
and what the message is that I'm trying to send to artists. But the biggest factors and motivation in my tracks, not only to motivate someone to try do their art and chase their dreams, but to motivate them to be a better person than they were yesterday. Um, to honor themselves for the ones that passed away. Yeah, just to keep going, keep trying new things. Yeah, just motivation.
So why do you think that's so important to you?
I think that's important to me because growing up, I had to motivate myself. Um, I've been on my own since I was like 16, and I didn't really have necessarily role models, I guess. Like each sibling, I took a good part from them of how they live their lives. Um, and that's how I molded my own of who I want to be for my kids. Um, like my kids never seen me intoxicated
Mm,
or anything like that. And growing up, that's basically what I saw. Not only that, but like I saw the struggles my parents went through and how they overcame them, how they pushed themselves to keep going and not to give up. Um, the situations that my siblings put themselves through, but the strength to keep and the courage to keep going in a positive way. Um, and my wife is probably the biggest factor of how I molded myself to be. I have a lot of respect for her to be the best version of myself, not only for myself, but for her and my kids and my family. Out of my family, I was like the person that like broke the cycles
mm.
of like quit drinking, doing drugs, quit like partying, and just like really put your family first and like provide for them. And then, yeah, I'm grateful that my brother Sonny's on that journey of being sober. Proud that my sister is on that journey. And then even my parents too, for them to be comfortable and have courage to go to therapy because talking about their past, the only time they talked about their past is when they weren't sober and I was just a little kid. Um, it was almost like I was my family's therapist because I was the youngest and I was sober. So they unloaded a lot of stuff on me, but I just try to give the best advice that I could at the time of the age and what I've known. But yeah, I'm really thankful that they all went to therapy and are comfortable to talk about their past without going to like drinking or drugs to sit with their feelings. Yeah, to be comfortable enough to sit with their feelings. That's what I'm proud of. And for myself, that's I gotta practice what I preach, and I'm going to therapy now, and trying to be comfortable enough to talk about my past
Mm.
and how I grew up. Yeah.
What's like the biggest what's like the biggest benefit you've noticed from going to therapy?
I guess speaking up about my feelings. Um, Growing up, it was a lot of flight or fight, and
Mhm.
I was always in fight mode. And till I met my wife, she really grounded me. And you don't have to be solid all the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, she was the one that took the first steps of going to therapy, and breaking the cycle of her own family, um, teaching everybody the tools to talk about your feelings, to regulate your feelings. Um, like the biggest teacher to her siblings, to my daughters and my
Mm.
son. Like, I'm thankful that my son and my daughters are comfortable enough to speak up about, like, if we did something that made them uncomfortable, of like discipline wise and whatnot.
Mhm.
Because growing up, I wasn't comfortable enough to speak up about how I felt. I just adapted, always adapted. But yeah, I'm happy my kids will come have a conversation about how they feel, and I'm happy that I'm able to give them the tools to overcome what they were going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like something you should be like very proud of,
Yeah.
proud of yourself and your wife because you guys have created an environment that they feel comfortable to come to you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a lot of parents don't create that. You know, like they won't talk about what they're going through. They won't talk about their mistakes. They won't talk about certainly won't talk about their parents' mistakes, you know.
Yeah.
My mom would have just whooped me.
Yeah.
Would have
Yeah.
been like,
Yeah.
shut up. I'd be like, okay. So it's like you guys created this environment that's safe,
Hmm.
you know, where they're gonna come to you, which is super important because they're gonna go to somebody
Yeah.
and you want it to be you.
And yeah, that was my biggest thing, that I want people to be comfortable enough. And I've noticed friends have unloaded about what they were going through to me growing up throughout my whole life. Even like workplace,
Mhm.
like some of the people I just met when I started working, and then they just unload about, and I see myself as like a good listener, and I'll give my advice at the end. And yeah, I'm just really thankful that we've created that space where family will come to us,
Mhm.
or use us as role models. My wife always tells me, like, you might not think of it, but there's a lot of people that look up to you, that you don't know that they do that. And yeah, that's why I just try to be the best version of myself for everyone, and try to make everybody comfortable when they're around me. Um, yeah, just to be the best person I could be.
And you're not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, it's the self courage, the self confidence. Yeah, it's in my mind. There's a lot of like comparing myself to other people, but then I got to realize that some of the people that I'm comparing myself are looking at me as a role model.
Mhm.
And
You know what? You always hear that the comparison is the thief of joy.
yeah.
I don't believe that. I think that's not true. I think it's like like you can compare yourself in a healthy way,
Mhm.
because there's people doing things that you want to be doing, or doing things at a more effective level than you're doing it. No, I think it's just like it's a balance of comparison and like self-love, and
Yeah.
like self-competence, and like you can compare yourself and make yourself feel really bad. Why can't I be like that?
Yeah.
But it's like you can be like that. If you believe you can be like that, then comparing isn't unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna use some of this what they're doing, and I'm gonna see how it works for me. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's a good way to compare.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the thief of joy. I think I compare myself in everything, in boxing, in marriage, in business. I'm always looking at somebody who's just a little bit ahead of me, or maybe a lot ahead of me, and I'm like, okay, what are they up to? How do
Mhm.
I take that and
Bring it into my own
right?
life.
It's not like I'm a piece of shit. Why aren't I there?
Yeah.
It's like I know I can do that
Mhm.
if I take the proper steps, and I
Yeah.
and I go out and work hard or do whatever, I can get there. Um, so I think people who say that comparison is the thief of joy need to just learn how to love themselves more.
Yeah, I think it's the thief of joy for the people that aren't working on themselves daily.
Right.
Um, for them to see compare themselves to someone, and the thought of like, how could I get there, is more or less of like, I
Right.
can't get there. There's no way that I could get to that point. Um, and for me, like time after time, I've saw with my work ethic, in the workplace, climbing the ladder to like being starting that job and to being to the management role. Um, I've always noticed workplace, I really like my work ethic. I put so much effort into those jobs that I've noticed that in my personal life, that work ethic is not there. Um, yeah, just going to therapy and learning those tools of how could you use that work ethic in workplaces in your personal life, and for yourself, not for
Mhm.
the person that's paying you, but
Right.
to pay yourself in self love, self confidence, self motivation. So yeah, it's one of the things that I'm working on right now.
That's good, man. That's it's hard. I feel like it's hard for you know just being a boxing coach. Like a lot of people talk to me
Hmm.
about a lot of things,
Yeah.
and that's the hardest thing. That's like the thing I is probably like the most regular thing I hear is like they don't believe in themselves enough to take the steps,
Hmm.
and it's like, or maybe they don't feel like they deserve a better life.
That's one thing I've taken compliments and like people saying like you deserve this in like a good way. Like I don't know how to explain it. I guess like even promotions at workplaces, like they look at me as like a hard worker, and I'm just being myself. I guess I don't notice like my work ethic that I'm doing, but I don't know. It comes back to like that self confidence and
Mm.
believing in yourself, because maybe those people that you talk to have different family dynamics where no one believed in them,
Mhm.
or they don't know how, or they haven't had a role model to see what that looks like when you believe in yourself. And yeah, I could think of my wife, of her accomplishments, of graduating and then going to Edwards Business and graduating from a university. Like, to me, that's a huge obstacle for me. Like, my mom had an empty spot for my graduation picture, and it was collecting dust. And then my wife graduated. Then my mom, my mom put her picture there, and like, damn, it'd be like that sometimes. But when I saw it up there, I was so proud because even in her family, first to graduate,
Mm,
and then graduate from university, and then the awards she got for like resilience and all that. She's probably, yeah, one of my biggest role models and motivation to motivate myself. Um, and just her personality is like so welcoming, and the vibe is like always just positive. And yeah, that's what I'm always working towards, is to be that version that she needs me to be.
well, what I noticed is she had VIP tickets and made you wait in the cold in the peasant lineup.
But I got in with a VIP
I
ticket.
know. How?
And she's like,
All of
how
a
did
sudden you're
you,
in there?
she's like, how did you get a VIP ticket? And I was like, I don't know. I think because they scanned her phone. Mm. And then I got in right away.
That's wicked. All of a sudden you're in there. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're at over an hour. I think we should wrap this up.
All right.
Hour 17? Not bad.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty
It
good.
went by fast,
Yeah,
man.
man. It's
Yeah.
just talking, hanging out.
Yeah.
You're pretty cool.
Good talks, man.
I'm very cool.
You're very
So
cool, man. This whole space and
just
the, yeah, the business that you got is really good. And I see like a lot of indigenous brands and stuff in here. And yeah, it's a really awesome job that you're doing here. And then giving people the space on your podcast is like awesome.
yeah, it's fun.
It's fun to learn new stuff and to get new connections and connect with people.
Yeah, just hear their story too.
Yeah,
It's
because
fun for me,
you're like,
man.
yeah, I never would have known that of their personal experiences, but in a way, yeah, you get lessons from that too to
Definitely.
to put in your personal life.
But if there's anyone you want to shout out or anything you want to say before we wrap up here,
I want to shout out to you for reaching out to me. Really appreciate that. Grateful to meet you in my life. Um, I want to shout out to Mac to introducing me to you as well. Shout out to my wife to motivate me to do stuff like this. Um, and yeah, just shout out to all the people in my life that motivate me, that love me. And yeah, just very thankful and grateful today, and will always will be. Mhm.
wicked man. Well, thanks for coming, man. It was it's cool to get to know you a bit more.
Yeah.
I know we haven't known each other for that long, but just even how you speak and how you represent yourself, and I can tell that you're a good dude, man. You're genuine and humble, and you just want to help, and
Yeah.
that's good, man.
Biggest take is to be helpful and to be humble and to be grateful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. All right, man. That's it.
Hi, hi.
Hi, hi.